You lack the ability to comprehend her kit. Just say that. Stop lying to yourself. Do yourself a favor and start telling the truth, because then you can start improving, right? You're not in denial, gang. You're not in denial. You can start improving. It's okay. There are times I've sucked, right? Wolverine is my main. But for the first 3 months of him, learning him, I sucked. I got called the most unholiest things in voice chat because I was pretty much, a liability to the team. But I took that criticism and perfected Wolverine. I perfected him. Now, I can just pretty much use Wolverine as a pseudo tank, gang. I like, this shit is not hard. Allow me to elaborate what I mean. Wolverine is my main. I barely get to play him because I have to fill other role, but I digress. When playing Wolverine, a lot of Wolverine players just want to, turn off their brain, swing, try to go for kills. They try to just yoink the enemy tank despite placement. No. Play as Wolverine. What do I mean by that? One of the things, shout out to the devs, one of the things they do for not all the characters, but for most of the characters, is that they give you a power fantasy playstyle. Meaning, if you understand the characters from the comics, you can kind of put their kit two to two together and start playing, synergizing like they would. You feel me? Wolverine's a hunter. He's an assassin, right? Primarily his role in the game is a tank buster, but don't let that fool you. It baffles my mind that he's not a tank, but that's a whole different rant. He's a tank buster. So what you want to do with Wolverine is you want to try to play kind of like an assassin, right? You don't want to be in a line of fire too much, because once again, you're not a tank, right? But you want to make sure you always have cover. You don't want to rely too much on your team, and you always want to be on the prowl. You always want to be on the hunt. You want to be hunting for tanks, and you want to be displacing healers, right? This is not in his kit primarily, but a good Wolverine knows these things, gang. It's not always about the kill. The problem with DPS players in this game is they're so selfish. They only care about the kill, right? What am I doing here that's contributing to the team, even though I'm not getting kills? What am I doing? I'm distracting the enemy. I'm taking objective off of my teammates, right? I'm displacing their healers so their healers cannot focus on their tanks. These are things you can't track on the stats. I'm gonna die right here because my team's nowhere to be found, right? But these are things that don't show up on the stats, gang. Not everything is a numbers game. That's what I'm trying to get y'all to understand. A good DPS player knows this. A good Wolverine knows this. Not everything is a numbers game, right? What am I doing right now? I'm pushing back their tank. I'm pushing back their team. It's not about kills. Things like that contribute. If that Penny Parker was Olton, gang, on my squad, that's like 5 kills for her. I took that aggro, gang. That's contribution unthanked. It's a thankless job, but it's a necessity, right? There's factors in this game that y'all don't understand that can lead to a win that you're not gonna see on the stat board. It's not about kills and assists, gang, right? What am I doing just now? I'm disrupting the enemy. I'm taking aggro away until my team gets here. You feel me? Instead of me just turning off my brain, roar, fucking go in, swing at air and get demolished, right? I'm strategizing. I'm stalling. The numbers matter, gang. The strategies matter, gang. And that's the point I'm trying to get to at, right? Displace their tank right there. Punish, 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 right? Always keep in mind, map awareness. Map awareness. Oh, boom, boom, booyah. Now I'm bullying their healers. What am I doing? What am I doing? Right there. Ask yourself, how was that contributing to the team? I just pushed all of them back. I just took distraction away from their healers. Took out Magneto, right? Now I'm foaming at the mouth for this Penny Parker. I'm fiending for him because took him out. You heard? These are plays you got to start thinking ahead, gang. This is how you got to start playing. I need the player base to understand these things. Not everything is about kill. Sometimes you got to strategize. You got to You got to stall until your team gets there, gang. Right? It's a thankless job. Displace the healers. Right? Now my teammates here. Go back, get some healing. Now I'm back in the fight. Right? I'm gonna die. I'm gonna make the conscious decision to sacrifice myself. Why? Why would I do that? Because it's needed. I just took out their tank. I just took out their tank, gang. You feel me? Busted their tank, disrupted their healers, and now I'm going back for heal. Map awareness. A good Wolverine knows the map. And gang, I didn't even die. I thought I was gonna die right there. I didn't even die. I'm back in the fight. Back at it. Punishing this Penny, bro. Giving him straight gas. Straight back shots for days, bro. I know them claws hot on his spine. But this is how I need the player base to play, gang. See, I peeled, waited for my team to come in. I just didn't go in there and then fucking die, gang. I didn't do that. I waited for my team, strategized, used my brain. Now I'm in the mix. Ulted, punishing the whole squad, gang. Get them straight gas for days, foot on the pedal, no chill. Cover. Took cover immediately, right? I see the advantage. I see I have the disadvantage. So am I being massively aggressive? No, I got punished for it. You feel me? I knew that was my fault and I owned it. I got punished for being too greedy right there, gang. But this is how I need the player base to start thinking. I need the player base to start recording their games and watching and studying. It's how you improve. It's how I got better at Wolverine, right? You see how I'm scouting. I'm using his ability for movements. I'm not just idly rushing in, gang. You feel me? You see how I'm pacing back and forth? I'm waiting for my squad. I need the DPS community to take notes. Study. Now I'm in here. I'm pushing aggressively. Aggressively, gang. Right? I'm gonna die. Right? But what am I doing? What is that contributing to the squad? Right? Stalling. I am stalling. Now, what you don't see, and I'll play it at the end of the video, what you're not seeing is how that contributes to my squad from the not Phoenix Force, from the Jean Grey point of view, right? Jean Grey, later on, as you will see, pushes immediately after my death. Now they can clean up. My whole squad can clean up that. It's not about me getting the kill. It's about the win. I need y'all to start thinking big boy brain. It's about the fucking win. What can I do to contribute to the squad, gang? Again, I'm using his ability for mobility, gang. Say it with me. Ability for mobility. Ability for mobility. In the mix. Straight in the mix, bro. This is how you build confidence. You watch your gameplay. You see where you went wrong, gang. And you mentally take notes and adjust and don't put yourself in that situation, right? It's not about the player bases making mistakes in place. Everyone makes mistakes. It's, are you learning from those mistakes, gang? Are you learning from those mistakes? Or are you just gonna go out there, turn off your brain, feed the enemy ult, and then wonder why you're losing? Come on, gang, let's get real. Marvel Rivals, we're 1 year in. I need the community to lock in with me, gang. Let's get real. Let's have these uncomfortable talks, gang. But this right here, what I'm about to do, is what 90% of Wolverine players do. Now, there's a purpose for this. No, I'm just stalling. I'm running out the timer, so this was not a pointless death. But how I engaged, gang, is how 90% of Wolverine players do it. They just go straight in. No backup, fiending for a kill, and they get washed. Back there was a purpose. I was just stalling. I was running out the clock. I was trying to push them back. And as you can see right here, the clock is ticking down, and we won. You feel me? We won, gang. But strategizing. I need the player base to start using their brain, gang. Their brain, gang. I need the Rivals community, DPS community. I'm speaking to only DPS. I need y'all to start applying these strategies in battle. And look at the stats, gang. Look at the stats. Look at the stats. Jean Grey, MVP. Grinding rank this season has been miserable, I promise you. Because the player base just refused to let things click, gang. They refuse to just let their hours. Some of these niggas got like over 300 hours and are still trash. But let's get back to this, right? Watch my highlight. Let's get back to this. As my highlight loads, it's the highlight right here. See how I'm aggressive with it? It's not just tanks I'm hunting. I just took out their Wanda. Now I'm fiending, Pharaoh mode. You feel me? Now I'm fiending. But that's what it is, gang. That's Wolverine in a nutshell. Now, y'all remember that play earlier I was talking about? Y'all remember that play earlier? Watch this, gang. From the Jean Grey point of view. I'm in there, right? I died. See me in the background? I died. But what does that do for my team? Like I was saying earlier, my team can now go in, gang, and clean up. It's not about the kill. It's about how you can contribute, gang. Say it with me. Say it with me. It's about how we can contribute, gang. It's not about the kill. It's about how we can contribute. So from the Jean Grey point of view, Jean Grey locked in and made sure my death was not in vain. Come on, man. This shit too easy, gang. This shit too easy, gang. I know I'm coming off as like condescending. I know that. But it's passion, gang. It's passion. I love this game. But I don't want to take another year hiatus because y'all refuse to learn. Y'all refuse to do your due diligence. Y'all refuse to use, say it with me, ability for mobility, gang. Y'all refuse. Y'all just turn off your brain. Go take that shit in quick play. Get out of rank with that, bro. Because I got the skills and I got the knowledge. But I'm being punished because the player base is so trash. They don't even understand the fundamentals of the game. Oh my God. And I'm not one of these content creators that got hours to put in, gang. I work 12-hour shifts 6 days a week, right? So I want to make sure my wins count, gang. It's passion.